Welcome back to Buzz on Tour, the podcast of DVO, de Vlaamse Ondernemer. And you'll notice that we have switched to English for this episode, and that's because we have the pleasure of having a revenue operations leader with us today with a lot of international experience. Wilson Guo, welcome.
Thank you.
Also with us today is Jeroen De Wit, CEO of Teamleader. Welcome to you as well, Jeroen.
Hey.
We have the pleasure of having you both here today because Teamleader, the SaaS company from Ghent that I think everybody knows, part of the Visma family as well, has just appointed you, Wilson, as their new Vice President of Artificial Intelligence. And together with CEO Jeroen De Wit of Teamleader, Teamleader is preparing their next chapter for growth, which is all about AI and SMEs. Because artificial intelligence, as we know, is moving very fast, maybe faster than any technological innovation ever. And many entrepreneurs wonder, where do I start? How do I keep up? And how can this technology really help my business? And we'll discuss it with you today. Jeroen, I mentioned it already. Teamleader is a well-established company today, but for viewers or listeners who might not know what Teamleader is, could you start by explaining what it is you do?
Of course. And thanks. Indeed, started Teamleader back in 2012, so a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And made sure that indeed the SMEs are using our software. So we're a software company based in Ghent, based in Amsterdam. And so what we actually do is creating a software to support them by combining everything related to sales, project management, and invoicing into one tool.
Everything in one platform.
Everything in one platform, so that in the end, they can manage everything from the moment the lead comes in up till they get paid. That's what we do.
Yeah, to have a really digital journey, digital company as well. You have clients from lots of different and specific sectors, also different levels of entrepreneurs,
yes.
More senior and more junior. How do you manage to adapt your offerings to all these different people?
Well, our solution is really easy to use, and what we have is actually a lot of modules, so people can really grow into the solution. We also have different solutions next to each other, so we have a Dexter, for example, for those who are starting. We have Teamleader Focus for the well-established SME. And for those who are growing really fast and maybe a little bit more in the marketing or agency space, we have a Teamleader Orbit. Okay. So it depends a little bit on who the person is in front of us that we propose a different solution, but always tailored to their needs.
Yeah, okay, no, that's very clear. You recently published the KM Monitor as well, 2025. What is the state of the SMEs today?
We have a lot of data, so that helps. We always look how is it going actually with the economy, with our customers. What can we learn? And I think already for years, there are certain teams that come back. So first of all, those who digitize are actually the ones that are more future-proof, have high growth, better margins, etc.
Okay.
So I guess the Peppel wave where we're in at the moment in Belgium will help
Nobody
a lot of companies indeed, because that's a good thing. What we also learned is that these days economical circumstances are challenging for most companies. We see, for example, that in terms of cash, there's in general only a buffer of like 3 months, which is really low. That makes that you don't have a lot of room for investments, for mistakes. That makes as an entrepreneur that it's really scary in a way. So again, those who digitize have a better performance, better outlook, and that's constantly the message that we spread.
They can tackle the challenges of today better than we're at the start of a whole new chapter, I think, in digitization, which is AI. What are the differences between the digitization journey of the past and the revolution we're in today?
So when I've started, we actually started to convince SMEs to use software in the cloud. Back in the days, some companies had software via their CD-ROM on their PC, and then they called me like, "Hey, my computer crashed. I've lost all my data." Those kind of stories. So we helped switching them to the cloud, and of course there was an acceleration with COVID because then a lot of people worked from home remotely, so that helped there.
Can imagine.
But in general, making sure that companies are using the right tools to manage their business, so they can focus much more on the business itself and not on the administrative part.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. But we always had to educate them a lot and evangelize a little bit this new chapter. And in a way, it went fast, but in the end, not so fast, right? Because again, we are also there for like 10 or 12 years. Yeah. Today, I have the idea that we are in front of a new chapter where a lot of things feels very similar. Like SMEs are looking at this new technology, don't know exactly how to embrace it, how to use it in their organization. They are afraid of what will be the impact of the price, for example, the cost on my P&L. They don't really grasp it. What can it really bring in terms of added value? So I think we can be a partner again to help them. The only thing we know for sure is that it will not take 10 or 12 years now. They need to act faster. But again, digitization today is much more advanced, well developed compared to 12 years ago. So I think that will help a lot of companies. Nevertheless, it's never an issue for the front runners, right? For the pioneers. They will get there. They're busy already with it. We need to make sure that we have really most of the SMEs with us in this journey, because again, they're the backbone of our economy. If they do well, we all profit from it. And that's a little bit where we stand for.
Yeah, that's why you really want to include them in the AI journey that we're at the beginning or maybe in the middle already of. That's, of course, where you come in as well, Wilson. You recently joined Teamleader as VP of AI. What is your mission at Teamleader today?
Well, actually, my role is like 3 different dimensions. So it's revenue operations, data, and AI. So I think revenue operations sits in the center of all the go-to-market teams. So it's like a connecting tissue between sales, marketing, customer success, and also product. So it's really making sure that the whole customer buying journey, we have a very smooth buying journey and a cohesive message from the lead to cash, and then also have the data infrastructure to support this, and then also the third pillar, which is AI. I think my role is really to help Jeroen to operationalize his AI vision and strategy into use cases that we can deploy in different teams. That's in the operation side, and also can influence AI in products. So how we work with our customers to help them to transform their way of working and helping them working with their clients in a much more simplistic way. So I think that would be my mission to help both internally and externally.
Okay. And how is AI disrupting the SME market right now? What is happening?
So I think AI is a buzzword has been thrown around for a while. I think it's really to take the entrepreneurs, bring on this journey with us. So nobody wants to do this repetitive admin work, and they really wanted to making more sales, talking to customers, and then build this like relationship with the customers. And then I think we wanted to really understand what the really needs are. Could be some of the use cases like summarizing all their calls into CRM notes, or generate quotes faster, or follow up with customers more quickly. And I see that we are moving from just a CRM tool to a co-pilot working relationship with our customers. So we can bring up insights they haven't thought about, or remind them of some of the invoices has not been paid by the customers, and things like this we can be proactive, making these kind of suggestions to the SMEs. So I think these are the directions we should be heading with our entrepreneurs, with our customers, and then that will be the future, I believe.
Okay, so really have Teamleader as a new co-pilot as well, as you mentioned, so they don't have to use ChatGPT and co-pilot separately. They can use it inside
Teamleader,
of the tool.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Having everything connected is important. And I think to back up here, I think if you think about a starter, right? Most of the times it's a really challenging decision to hire your first employee, right? It's a little bit scary because you do everything on your own. All of a sudden, you need to delegate tasks. It has an enormous impact on the cost side of your business responsibility that you get. And also, once you continue with that growth journey, there's a war of talent, right? We've read about it and we experienced it all in the past years, and it will not get better because if you look to the demographic charts, there are not a lot of young people that will come to this market in the upcoming period. So AI is actually a huge advantage for those small companies because it can make sure that they can, in a way, make sure that they can delay that process in a positive way before hiring an additional FTE. But also in general, I believe that companies will become smaller again. You know, the pressure of hiring FTEs to have more resources to perform your task or your job will be smaller. So and I think that's really a good thing because people start a business from a passion. Most of the times they don't have experience in running a business. If you talk with entrepreneurs, most of their growth pains are related to people. It's not that easy to have a team of 5-6 people, get everyone aligned, and make sure that everything runs smoothly. So if you can have smaller teams, I think that's for the better for the companies and the entrepreneur, and AI actually will help us there.
Okay.
And also to add to that, I think AI is really helping SMEs level up this kind of play field. I think most of these SMEs they have, as Jeroen said, resource constraint. So most of the time they have to wear multiple hats. So they are the CEO, they are the head of sales, they are the financial analyst, and they're this and that. I think with Teamleader can help them grow. We can grow with them together. Can help them scale intelligently, and can really help them with wear them multiple hats. And then, as Jeroen said, they don't have all these resources to hire people in every single field in the company. But with the help of AI, they can really scale quickly and scale intelligently. So I think that's the direction we really wanted to work with our clients.
Okay, so it really will change the whole way SMEs work and scale. Then
absolutely,
yeah, that's a big shift, I think. Do you notice some constraints while promoting AI, or not promoting, but evangelizing companies about AI? Do they have some certain challenges or?
Well, I think first of all, again. A lot of entrepreneurs don't have a they don't understand the use cases they can solve with AI. I think it starts there. So they all hear about AI. That a couple of years ago it was the same with mobile apps. So everyone came to us and then asked do you have a mobile app? Okay, check. But they were not using it. Today they ask do you have AI in your tool? Yes, okay,
yes,
check.
We do. Yeah.
But if you then ask what will you do with it? What are the benefits you're looking for? It's difficult for them to identify them. So it starts, I think, with really making sure that they experience this first win with AI, that they really understand the advantage, the possibilities, because once as an entrepreneur you can visualize that, it's easier to think in your own business, how AI can further accelerate your business. So that's something we're really looking at. It's really about the start, experiencing that first win is crucial.
Okay, that's very clear, and then it can maybe change the whole way they work, because that's where we're headed. I hear mustn't be a very easy market for you either. I think because there's a lot of AI solutions. Is there also a lot of competition on the AI side or on the software side that you offer?
There's a lot of competition, of course, but there always have been a lot of competition, and in a way, we're not afraid of that. I think what is the advantage? AI works better if, first of all, you have a lot of data. We have a lot of data. Not only the data, but also we understand the market very well. We have the experience in working together with the SME. That gives us a sort of head start compared to new companies that pop up. So first of all, I think as a startup scale up, we always had that mentality of like, trying out stuff, fail fast, learn from it, and go forward. I think that's exactly the attitude that you still need today with this new AI chapter. So that's also core of our DNA, and that will help us a lot. And on the other hand, it's good that there are multiple parties on this topic. We can also get inspired by them and learn from them. I mean, in the end, as a technology sector, we're all looking into this and also discovering what the opportunities are for our businesses. So it's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why we are acting really fast. We wanted to ride this wave and wanted to be in the front end of this with this playing ground. I think the AI world makes everything change so quickly, and we wanted to test it out. We wanted to test what kind of features we can help with our customers. So I think the message we want to send to our SME clients is to start small, but start now. It's always to test out some of the use cases with them, like together use and maybe develop even some of the use cases we haven't thought about.
Okay.
And that can really so the goal is to make their life easier and to sell more. So that's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
So what kind of features we can develop within Teamleader can help them do that and achieve that. That's what we're going to do. And as Jeroen said, with all the competitions on the market, that will give us new ideas and inspire each other. I think in the end, it will be a win-win situation.
Okay. And what kind of solutions or use cases are you looking at or are you working on today?
Cool. There are a lot of things that we're looking at internally and externally. Yeah, but for example, if you receive an invoice as a company, how great would it be if we can book that invoice immediately in the correct way? Imagine that you're driving back and just visited a potential customer, and you just say loud the feedback of the meeting, and we create a sort of meeting report, tasks, maybe even create the quote already based on the input that you just gave. Or imagine that you have a lot of quotes, and then we constantly give you smart next actions, like maybe you should follow up on this one because we didn't hear anything back from this prospect for like 4 or 5 days, or the other way around. We just saw that you've got an email. Maybe this deal needs your attention. I think there are multiple ways how we can address and support the SME here.
Yeah, you really can be the wingman of the entrepreneur.
Yes.
That way, even more today with AI and have this kind of co-pilot feature built in. What are your ambitions with AI or with Teamleader in general in 2026?
Well, we will first of all make sure that we have AI functionality available for the customers in our products. So we are running some POCs at the moment, and again internally, we have already a lot of AI-driven initiatives.
Yeah.
So that's great. But we really want to make sure that we put it in the hands of our customers and that they validate, that we are on the right use cases. And that it impacts their business, and I think this is a crucial element because we should not underestimate the SME. Of course, they are using already a Gemini or a ChatGPT in their company, right? But they're doing that at the moment most of the times for quite easy tasks, and also tasks that makes your personal job in a way more comfortable. Yeah. But the impact for the SMEs is rather small at the moment. It's not really impacting the P&L from a revenue or cost side, and that's where we want to make a difference. We really want to make sure that thanks to AI functionality, literally a company is growing faster or is more efficient, or what we've said, can literally support more customers without hiring this additional FTE. That's kind of the impact that we want to make.
Okay, so adoption is the key goal next year.
And then also I think in order to help our customer achieve that, we also run the AI in operations internally. So I think that's what we're trying to do, and now and throughout the next year. I think throughout all the go-to-market teams like marketing, sales, and CS. So how can we implement AI use cases in all these areas so that we can support our customer better? So for example, we can deploy AI agents that we can help the marketing teams run A/B test much more efficiently, or we can deploy maybe digital SDRs that we can do all these outbounding activities much faster and or much more accurately. Or we can gather insights from all these interactions with our customers to understand either it could be a pricing constraint or could be a product feature upgrade constraint. So we can get these insights from our customers much more accurately, so we can continue to develop in a way that really support our customers. I think these initiatives internally will really help working with our customer in a much better way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's very clear. You will launch a lot of these new features at the next Work Smarter event in June, right?
Yeah, that's the goal. I think it's always good to put a stick in the ground.
Yeah.
So that's indeed the goal.
Okay, lots to look forward to. How do you yourselves keep up with the fast pace of AI? Because you have to stay ahead, right?
In the end, hey, not a lot changed there. I mean, I've started as a student, so I had no experience starting this business. So what did I do? Speak with other people, read books, go to conferences, listen to podcasts, look at live webinars, etc. Just make sure that constantly I'm on the outlook to learn. And I think that's the same here. I think the what is really important always is that you experience it yourself. So it's one thing to get inspired. It's one thing to see how others are using it, but you need to start, using AI yourself and create that first win yourself. Like try to automate a small, simple workflow. Try to build your first agent yourself. It sounds maybe very difficult, but once again you see the opportunities, all of a sudden. You can't stop thinking about how can AI further optimize my business or my personal job, and it's endless, right? It's endless.
Yeah. And then I think the AI upgrades has been gone up so fast and so quickly. Like last night, I used Gemini 3 to build a stock advice tool.
Okay.
And then just with a simple prompt and say, build me a tool that can help me evaluate all the stocks in the New York Stock Exchange. And then within minutes, it built me a tool that I can just put in a sticker, and then they will be able to tell me all the annual reports and then the buy time and the percentage of recommendation that you should buy this stock. And you cannot imagine doing that without being an engineer, a coder, someone who can code in the past. But that's possible today. I think you just have to test it out yourself and use your imagination and put it in practice. Yeah,
all about those first experiences and a whole new world is opening up. Yeah, that's very clear. Looking further ahead, I know it's very hard to predict because we mentioned it already. This revolution is going faster than any other technological revolution we've had. But if we look ahead at the next 2 years, maybe I think maybe 5 is too ambitious. But where will we be in 2 years with AI? How will it have changed even more?
I think the co-pilot thing is definitely what I'm imagining. That's what's going to happen. Like, for example, SMEs log into Teamleader, and then they can automatically tell them that, oh, you have 3 leads that is pending that you're working on, and you haven't followed up, and they have opened your emails and hasn't responded. So do you want to follow up with them? Or you have all these invoices that has not yet been paid. Do you want to follow up? So I think instead of you doing all this work and try to search by yourself, the platform of Teamleader can already make these kind of recommendations and make your life much more easier. I think that's the direction I think what we should be heading towards.
Okay, no, that's very clear. You have a strong focus on SMEs. Why do you think small companies are the future, especially in this age?
Again, I think I've said it in the beginning. They are the backbone of our economy. Yeah, and I think that's crucial. If you look at our society at the moment, I think the biggest issue that we all experience is that actually our growth is not good enough, right? I think year over year for many years in a row, you saw really productivity gains in our society, and that make sure that in the end people can work less. That we can have I don't know, longer holidays, go to further locations, etc. We've all benefited from the economical growth that we went to as a society. These days, what we see is that it's challenging, right? And I think AI will help us there again, because what we need is gains in productivity. And I think AI can literally bring that, and that will make sure that all those negative messages that we hear these days is that future generation needs to learn to survive with less, etc., etc. I think AI will help us there. Today, we're a little bit afraid because again, there's the active workforce is shrinking, and there will not be enough skilled people on the market. I think digital solutions will help us out there, and as always, we will find our way, and hopefully again it will bring economical growth. Because that creates, opportunities to invest, possibilities, and I think that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very interesting take. Do you have a personal North Star or vision for where you want Teamleader to be in the long run?
Let's take the advice of Wilson, right? Start now, start small. I think we would be very happy if literally all our customers somewhere out in 2026, start by implementing, a first step with this AI technology. I think that would be great. Because then I'm quite sure the benefits will follow for them, for us, for everyone.
Yeah. And is there a concrete target as well next year in terms of customers or?
Targets are on adoption, for sure. I think 2026 is all about adoption, making sure that people experience the added value here. And then other targets will follow out of that. But 2026, adoption. I think that's key.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think that's very clear. Well, it's a season of wishes as well. What can I wish you both for 2026? Let's start with you.
Well, I'm expecting a daughter early Jan.
Congratulations! Wow.
I think that's already quite a wish that will come true. So
fantastic.
We're looking forward. So on the personal side, that is really like of course already the main wish for 2026, and then professionally again, you can never stand still, right? You always need to evolve. You always need to go forward, and that's what we do with our company. So making sure that we stay a front runner, that we get the recognition from the market. I think that's what we are looking for. And on the other hand, a mentor of me once said to me, like, as a CEO, you never wish. You need to make things happen.
Okay, well. I hope that will work next year as well. That you will make a lot of things happen. But of course, with the daughter on the way, I think 2026 will be a great year in any case. Yeah. How about you, Wilson?
Well, my wishes is more practical. I would really want to find an apartment in Brussels very soon.
Okay, also a challenge, I think. Yeah,
it's very challenging, but that's a joke. I think my wishes for 2026 is really to make my role, I think, valuable to the company. I think this is a new role for Teamleader to really help the AI initiative, and I really hope that I can really add a lot of value to Teamleader in a way that elevate the AI literacy within the company as well. And that's one of our mission to help all the team realize how important this is in this age. And we can all participate in getting there, getting ourselves upskilled with AI, and we're not scared of it anymore. And that's not a buzzword anymore. It's really something we can use our day to day. I think that would be my wish.
Okay, great. Wishes granted from my side already. So thank you very much as well for your interesting takes, Jeroen and Wilson. We've heard how Teamleader guides SMEs through digitization and how you guided them these past years, and how you now want to remain the wingman of the entrepreneur also in that age of AI. And we talked a lot about adoption opportunities and also about your plans for 2026. I think for SMEs, the message is clear. Start small, experiment, and let AI really become part of your daily operations. Those who embrace it will be the one running fastest in this new race. Thank you very much. And to our listeners as well, thank you very much for joining us. Stay tuned on for more episodes of Buzz on Tour, where we will bring you the voices of entrepreneurs shaping the future. Thank you very much, and see you next time.